What's up, designers? Welcome once again to your car design channel in Spanish. This is Art of Studio, and let's get started. The truth is, it's been a very long time since I recorded a video because I'm very overwhelmed with a lot of work at my new company, Great Wall Motors, here in Munich. And honestly, it's been nonstop. I wanted to share with you an interview that Alejandro Perez did with me on his channel. Of course, I highly recommend his channel because he talks all about the Chinese electric car industry. And I asked him to do me the favor of sending me the video because I wanted to share it with you. And honestly, it's very insightful where I talk about my time at Volkswagen NIO and currently Great Wall. And also I discuss a bit about the Chinese car industry, my opinion, and what I think about the future. So nothing more. Enjoy the video. And once again, thank you so much, Alejandro, for this interview. I hope we have many more and that we can share other moments again, whether on your channel or mine. Enjoy the video. A big hug and happy 2025 to everyone.
Hello friends, how are you? How are you doing? Welcome once again to your channel. Today we have a very special guest again, and I've been eager to have this guest, Cora, for a while because we hadn't been able to do an interview until now, and now we can because he is in the process of transitioning from NIO to a Great Wall Motors. We are talking with Arturo Peralta. Arturo Peralta is a vehicle designer, and I'll briefly go over his work history, though being brief might be challenging. In 2004, he was a designer or intern at Pininfarina, worked as a designer at Toyota, was involved in several design studios, collaborated again with Toyota, and also worked with Bentley on design parts, served as a tutor for a few months on design projects at the Polytechnic University of Valencia, and also worked for 2 years and 7 months at Mormedi in the design and development of passenger transport vehicles like buses. Then he spent 10 years and 5 months in Germany working as an exterior designer for the Volkswagen Group. And in 2022, he moved to NIO, also in Germany, as a senior steering designer. And then in September 2023, he became the lead steering designer for NIO in Europe. And currently, since June 2024, Arturo has started working at Great Wall Motors. Arturo and I have talked and conversed on many occasions for quite some time, but it's true that we hadn't been able to have the meeting until now. How are you, Arturo? Welcome.
How are you? Good morning, and greetings to all your followers, as I've been following your channel for a while. And, well, thank you very much for inviting me. It's true that for a while we've been trying to do this interview and it hasn't been possible, but well, now, let's see.
Hey, perfect, Arturo. Let's break the ice a bit. We've already explained your work feedback, big companies in the design sector. The last one before this change was NIO. How did you start in the field of design? Where did you study? Where are you originally from? Because I'm not sure exactly which city in Spain you're from and how you got inspired to become a vehicle designer.
Well, let's see. It all started by watching Back to the Future, so to speak. I've always liked, imagining what would happen, what kind of transportation there would be in the future. And that movie, whether you like it or not, opened my eyes a bit. Also Star Wars, etc., etc., and well, once I saw the Auto Design magazine in a bookstore in Madrid a long time ago. I don't know when. It must have been in 99 or 98. And I said, well, this really can be done. And well, I started to browse. I started to investigate. I also, whether I wanted to or not, used to draw. At that time, I was in the arts high school, and I always wanted to do something related to design, initially product design. And when I saw that transportation design, car design could be done, I tried to find out how I could do it. So, well, I studied product design in Madrid. I'm from Madrid. I was born there. I grew up in the southern area, in specifically, I studied in Fuenlabrada and then went on to study in Madrid. and when I had the opportunity to fully immerse myself in the world of transportation. I know that, or I found, because at that time the internet, well, we all know how it worked with the whole, we all know how it was. It was very slow and there was very little information. But I found that at Elisava and at CU San Pablo, there was a master's in transportation design. And also in the Autopista magazine, they had already started a few years back with the design competition. The first design competition was won by Jorge Diaz, who is now the design director at Seat Cupra. So through that, I was talking with the Polytechnic University of Valencia, because that same master's in transportation design that was at San Pablo in Valencia was moved to the Polytechnic, and I started there. I started my career there. I was with Antonio Garrido, who is the technical director. Joaquin Gracias was teaching classes at that time as a tutor. And, well, I started studying there. Well, studying in terms of working, drawing, learning to draw cars, learning a bit about the history of the automobile. The truth is, they train you quite well and push you hard, especially Antonio Garrido, for whom I always have a lot of affection, because he was the one who pushed us really hard from the beginning. And Joaquin taught us to draw and to be more interested in design, the small details. And the truth is, it was an incredible experience. And from there, well, I have a lot of affection for Valencia. I think it's one of the cities where I would love to live. That one.